Hi everyone, I'm back. I want to continue with my story. In the last video, I said that I gave my heart to what I thought to be mean God. But over the course of the healing process for me, I found out it's quite the opposite. He loves me, he loves you, he loves all of us. Of course, then the question still remains, why do bad things happen? In this life, bad things are going to happen. People are going to make wrong choices. We all get a free will. I get a free will every time I wake up. I can choose to be kind to people. I can choose to be mean. I can choose to mortally wound them, emotionally wound them. I can choose all these things, or I can choose to heal them and help them. So the other people around us get to choose those things too. I know that as I was walking this path, that the enemy wanted me to blame God. Because blaming God, it kept me stuck. It kept me dead inside. So in acknowledging that, hey, God didn't bring this on me, but He's going to help me through it. He's going to bring something good out of it. He didn't need me to go through it to bring good things out of it at all. But what the enemy meant to do was destroy me. And what God said is, hey, you can't destroy her. She just gave me permission, that's key, permission to turn this around. And that is what I'm going to do. That's what I know God said, and that's what He's been doing. So for me, it was a couple of years to get through the darkest parts of it. And I've known some people that it's been years and years and years, a lot longer than what it took me. So I knew that it was a God thing for me to get through it as quickly as I did. But it required getting to the right types of counselors that would deal with my emotions, my spirit, and show me how to break things and how to get set free. And I feel like it doesn't even have to take that long, even now. That with God and with the right tools, we can get through these things quicker and start living again. Because that's what the enemy doesn't want. He doesn't want us to really live and enjoy life. He doesn't want us to be what we were called to be, what we were born to be. He doesn't want that. He wants you to stop. He wants you to just give up. Because if you give up, then you influence everyone around you to give up. I'm here to tell you that when you start to live, you can be a different type of influencer. You can walk around free because all the bondage from abuse, rape, words that would cut you down, whatever it is, they weigh you down. You cannot soar with all those weights. So, as I've been walking my journey, I've come to know that the God that I thought was mean is my best friend. He's my deliverer. He's the one that set me free. And I want to share that with you, that you can be set free. It's just as simple as saying yes to God. God, do it. And He knows the deepest parts. He knows what to work on first. And I'm telling you, in my process, it got uglier before it got better. Because He started digging up the roots first. And when He's digging up the roots, it kind of hurts. But I'm going to tell you what, if I wouldn't have done it the other way, I would have been hurting all my life. So when you have an infection, I had an infection in my finger one time. Actually, the skin had sealed over and it started turning green. I didn't know it could do that, but it did. And I didn't have money for a doctor. So I took it upon myself to take an ice cube, numb my finger, and cut the finger open. And I squeezed out the infection and I put peroxide in there and I cleaned it and had some ointment and I put that in there, and sure enough it healed up properly and I didn't even have a scar. Maybe I should have been a surgeon. In any event, I had to cut it open. It didn't feel good. I didn't cut it quickly because it hurt. Even the ice cube really didn't numb it that well. I just thought it might, but it really didn't. But I knew I had to get it open because green on your finger isn't good. It took a little bit to cut it open, and then I had to squeeze out the pus, and then the finger was hurting even more. So that's what happens when he starts to work on the inside of you. He brings things to your mind and he says, hey, you got to work on this today. And maybe you'll react to that. Maybe you start crying, you get depressed, whatever. You go through all these things, but he's working on you. So I want to encourage y'all to stay on this journey because I want to be able to kind of help you walk through it to some degree. I mean, a lot of it is up to you, and it's up to you trusting in God. I know maybe you don't trust him. Maybe you don't even like him. Give him a chance, though. I didn't like him. I really didn't trust him, but I gave him a chance. And he proved himself. He came through for me, and he proved he loved me, and he proved that he is more trustworthy than any person ever could be on this earth. He'll do that for you. So stay with me.